everyone. My name is Sean. I am the Crypto Smith, and the SEC went ahead and sued Binance and CZ, Changpeng Zhao, for alleged blatant disregard of securities laws. Now, if you were wondering why the heck the market was fairly red today, it seemed like most assets were down, from 5 to 15%, depending on what it was. This was pretty much the answer to that question. So the market sinks, that's for sure. The SEC goes ahead and takes a swing at the big one, right? Binance and CZ. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has sued Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, as well as its CEO, under several allegations of breaking securities laws and other accusations. So the complaint filed in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. The regulator alleges that Binance and its CEO, Changpeng Zhao, have enriched themselves by billions of dollars while ignoring investor protections laws and putting customer at significant risk. The SEC accused BAM Trading and BAM Management, the companies operating the Binance US, of manipulative trading and have insufficient surveillance over its platform. So this is basically, I believe, just wildly swinging at anything they can, trying to come up with something else. Now, there's a lot of people out there, I don't know if you can call this conspiracy theories or not, but a lot of people are saying they're doing this to try to mitigate the harm they're going to receive once they lose the SEC versus Ripple case. Now, and we're just assuming that it's going to turn out for the positive for Ripple and look very bad for the SEC. And I have some information on that as well in just a second. But taking this further, the complaint zeroes in on BNB, Binance's native token, and BUSD, which is the stablecoin, which was already targeted by regulators early this year. As if you remember, a couple months ago, the SEC came out and said they're investigating whether BUSD or BNB is a security and has been sold illegally by Binance. Binance is accused of depriving investors material information, including the risks and trends that affect the enterprise and an investment in regard to its yield-generating systems, BNB Vault and Simple Earn. So they're coming out with some specifics just in regards to BNB and BUSD. However, they also listed seemingly some random tokens as well, and claiming that those are also illegal securities being sold by Binance. And I'm going to go over here and if you want to see how the market tanked today, yes, here's the market as of today. And you can see there are a lot of red, mostly red actually, and that was because of the Binance lawsuit. Here's Fred Rispoli. He's an attorney on Twitter. He's listing all of the crypto asset securities as alleged by the SEC. So BNB, BUSD, Solana, ADA, right, or Cardano, Matic, Filecoin, Atom, Sandbox, Mana, which is Decentraland, Algorand, Axis, Cody, AMP, Rep. I don't remember what that one is. UST, and of course Tron, TRX, which Justin Sun was already being sued by the SEC. So those are the tokens, and those are some here. Here's Sand, Mana, Atom, Axis, ADA, Algo, right? They're all down, 5 to 10 to 15%. Kind of a rough day. But then again, the overall market all pretty much had the same reaction. So it looks like they're kind of falling in line with really just the market in general. And of course, Pepe over here losing 15%, right? Not a big surprise. So now, of course, CZ and Binance was going to come up with a response to this lawsuit. And on their Binance blog, they came up with a response today. The SEC complaint aims to unilaterally define crypto market structure. Says, we're disappointed that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission chose to file a complaint today against Binance, seeking, among other remedies, purported emergency relief. From the start, we have actively cooperated with the SEC's investigations, work hard to answer questions and address their concerns, right? So this is the standard, right? The SEC tries to investigate, says, hey, come on in and talk to us. Somebody goes in and talks to us, or they get an attorney and talk to them, and then they just turn around and use all that information to file a complaint. That's pretty much the MO of the SEC. And they just go on, while we take the allegations seriously, they should not be subject of an SEC enforcement action, let alone an emergency basis. They intend to defend our platform vigorously, and they're taking a shot at the SEC here. Unfortunately, the SEC's refusal to productively engage with us is just another example of the Commission's misguided and conscious refusal to provide much-needed clarity and guidance to the digital asset industry. We've been talking about this for more than a year now, and actually for a little over 2 years, as soon as they started suing Ripple in the Ripple versus SEC, which is, I I believe, in my opinion, is coming to an end sometime soon. So that's what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen with this. The random tokens that they listed, they're going to have to prove that they're securities. I don't know how they're going to do that. Binance definitely has the money to defend themselves, and I think they will. I just don't see this going anywhere. I see the SEC just trying to drain liquidity from a powerhouse in the industry. And on to the next story real quick, which is, I guess, not surprising, but the SEC today removes Hinman biography with only 8 days left to publicly release Hinman docs. So the Hinman docs are going to get released with minimal redactions. We've already heard this from the judge. We've heard this from Ripple's side. And we've been told by those who have actually seen these emails and documents that they really paint the SEC in a very bad light. So what are they doing? Was this random? Was this planned? I don't know. So here is the biography of William Hinman, yesterday, and it's got all of this information here, giving him his backstory and what he's done before, and write his basically a full biography of him. And then this is what it looks like today. They basically took all of this information out. So what does this mean? Does this mean they're going to go after him? Does this mean they're throwing him under the bus? Is he going to be used as a scapegoat for the SEC? All of that email stuff and that speech he gave in 2018, that was all him. We had nothing to do with that. Who knows? I believe they're going to catch themselves in multiple lies, no matter what they try to state is going on here. But that's what we've got. And I went on the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission just to verify, because this was somebody's Twitter post. And here is the actual page currently. And that's exactly what it shows. All of this information is missing. And we have to ask ourselves, why would they do that? And we've gone through other biographies for other former directors, and it doesn't look anything like this. It has all of that information still in there. So it wasn't as if they were just getting rid of, just extra information that wasn't necessary. They only did this to William Hinman's page. That's what it appears. So, very strange things going on. The 13th is coming up rapidly, right? We've got 8 days before we see the Hinman emails, or there's a settlement, right? That's the only way I think that we don't see these emails is a settlement. And either way, I think I would love to see the Hinman emails, because I would love to bury the SEC in their own wrongdoing. But a settlement would be really cool and would be huge for XRP. Unfortunately, it may not be good for the rest of crypto, but a loss for the SEC in any regard is not going to be good for them and their authority going forward to try to sue other crypto companies. So this is where we're at. Things are going to come to an end at some point, I believe, in the near future. I'm looking forward to that, and I will see you guys on the next one.